So I have logged in here on my Edge browser. You can see I have here at the top my URL, my demo test.polaris-business. So this would be your organization's name here at the top. I'll give you a little overview of the screen and everything that we can see here, and then I'll dive in a little bit more. So on my left-hand side here, I have my different workspaces. So in here, there are all sorts of different profiles, transactions, all those sorts of items we can dive into. Along the top here, I have what I like to call my little home button or my logo of my company. So if I click on this, it's going to bring me back to this screen here that I'm on now. My search function, or what Acumatica calls our universal search function. My recently viewed screens, my companies and branches within the system, our business date, our helps or our wikis, and then our profile and our sign in and sign out. Here in the center, you will probably notice several different colored tiles, widgets, different graphs, and those things. We'll call this our dashboard, and I'm logged in as the controller dashboard. So all these different tiles and widgets can be designed with proper rights using the design functionality here at the top. You can see it brings up a copy option, a pencil, and a trash bin. If I were to open that up, it would give me the option to edit some of these. So I can see the inquiry screen in which this is coming from, any filters, how often the data gets refreshed, what color I would like to make these. So we have this set up as a traditional stoplight, but I could make this, purple, pink, and blue if I wanted something different. How I'd like to see that if I want a meter or a scorecard. And with these different graphs at the bottom, we can make these bar, line, circles, all sorts of different things, as well as our caption. If I go ahead and press cancel, it will bring me back to my design option. And if I close that out, I'm back to my normal screen. Each of these widgets is drillable and clickable, so I can go ahead and see why the heck my total AR is red. So if I go ahead and click that, it's going to open up in a new tab, my customer summary screen, which is where that information is pulling from. And from here, I'm going to get a set of rows and columns. Any screen like this in Acumatica is filterable through various ways. So my first option would be to open up one of the columns here, and we can see it opens up, traditional filters, ascending, descending. I can do an is between filter or greater than or equal to, and it will filter that column. I also have the option to add a filter here with my little funnel. So I could add a property here. Say we want to see just the overdue, and we want everything that is greater than, let's do $5,000. If I go ahead and apply that, we can see that our list got much smaller here. I have the option to save that filter here. If I want to go ahead and just save this here, next time I come to this screen, it will have this filter on the top. Now I have a new tab here for my overdue 5K, and then my all records on this screen here. Anytime we see a hyperlink in Acumatica, I'm able to continue drilling into whatever that may be. So in this case, I can drill further into my customer. Again, opens up in a new tab. So we can see information related to the customers on the screen. So we can see that they have an overdue total of about $5,900. Another filter option in Acumatica is this search function. So right from this screen, I can continue to search for different customers with that functionality. And if I'd like to go back to my dashboard right from this screen, I can go ahead and click the Acumatica logo at the top, and we'll be back to that main screen that we logged into in the beginning. If we take a look at some of the different workspaces here on the left-hand side, I'm going to go ahead and let's open up the inventory workspace. So we can see there's a lot of different things on the screen here. We are able to configure what Acumatica called the quick menu with the gear here at the top. We can see there's even more options when I open that menu up. But with these check boxes here, if I'd like to see replenishment as soon as I open up that workspace, I can go ahead and check these here. As soon as I click exit and I kind of refresh my screen here, we can see now that the replenishment items will show up when I open up my workspace. And if I'd like to see everything, I can do my show all, and that will bring up everything in my workspace. You have the ability to create a favorites menu. So with this little icon here, it is a star. I can add these to my favorites menu if I would like to. Things that I go into every day or that I need to use very frequently, I can add to my favorites workspace and they'll be right there. No need to dig around the workspace for them. Going back to along the top here, we have our universal search function. This is a great feature of Acumatica. Whatever we type here in this box, it will search for throughout the system. So say we're not really sure where the project screen is in the system, I can go ahead and type in project. And anything associated with the word project will show up here. So maybe that's a menu item. Maybe that's a specific transaction. So we can see things that are named project or associated with a project will show up here. Any help topics or wikis, which we'll get to in just a minute, but any help topics associated, maybe we're not sure how to do a project quote, or we need some help with project inventory tracking, those will show up here as well. And any files that have been named with the word project in this example. So, added projects or project budget, those will show up here as well. We can also search for things like phone numbers, customer names, addresses in this universal search function. Here we have our recently viewed, so we can see, we were looking at project quotes and bombs recently, so those will show up here in our recently viewed section. Moving over here to the right a little bit more, we have our companies and branches. So Acumatica can handle multiple companies and multiple branches. So you can see that we're working on our products wholesale branch right now, which is under the products revision 2 branch, but option for other companies and branches here as well that you can navigate to without even leaving this URL. Looking at our help information. So anytime you're maybe stuck on what, not sure what to do, whatever screen you're on, if we open up that help button here, activities and related information will pull up here. So maybe we need some help on arranging widgets or access rights about dashboards, they would pop up here. But if we were on a different screen in Acumatica, maybe that project screen, any help would be related to the projects on that screen. So one great thing about the Acumatica help is that you can create your own wikis in there. So maybe you have a very specific process around something that needs to be followed to a T. That could be stored right here within Acumatica and be able to be accessed to those who need to see it.